What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are bringing you guys Iron Leaves for ranked Regulation G. Now, when it comes to Iron Leaves, this Pokemon is super strong, especially paired up with Mewtwo. It's got Quirk Drive as its ability, holding the Life Orb as its item, and it's got Leaf Blade, Side Blade, Mega Horn, which is a good bug move to deal with grass type Pokemon, most notably Rillaboom. And last but not least, it has Protect. Like I said, Iron Leaf's super strong, especially paired up with our restricted Pokemon today, which is going to be Mewtwo. Now, Mewtwo, on the other hand, has Hadron Engine as its ability and holding the Choice Specs as its item, so this thing's here to do some damage. It's got Electro Drift, Jericho Meteor, Volt Switch for pivoting, and last but not least, it's got Dazzling Gleam with the Fairy Terror type. Now, our final four Pokemon on today's team are all Meta Pokemon. You got Whimsicott for support and speed control, you got Urshifu and Iron Hands for physical attacking, and then you got Incineroar doing Incineroar things. I don't even need to talk about that Pokemon. He's probably going to be on like every single team, or I should say 99% of the teams from here on out. He's just so strong in this format, you have to be using it or you're going to be losing to it. Guys, when you run the team for yourself, run code is at the top right hand corner, and if you do enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Iron Leaves in ranked Regulation G. So guys, our first match is on its way, and we are going up against an Ice Rider Calyrex team. Now, Ice Rider Calyrex, definitely very strong, especially within Trick Room. So we're going to have to find out ways to kind of deal with it, I should say. And another problem they have is going to be Galarian Weezing. Now, I definitely want to go into like my Choice Specs Mewtwo, because if I can get out this terrain and really get thriving with this Pokemon, it would be good. But I have a feeling that they're going to go into that Weezing, which is a little tough for us. I mean, I could go into our Fake Out user, which is going to be this Iron Hands. I could maybe try to set up a Swords Dance. I feel like we have a few options here, because Trick Room, he's pretty good in. But they have better Trick Room Pokemon for sure. I do have Encore, so I could Encore a Pokemon into Trick Room, but I think we should be fine here with this lead. So I'm going to go into both of them. I think I am going to end up bringing potentially Incineroar, just such a strong Pokemon, especially up against Calyrex. And last but not least, if we get off terrain, I would love to have Iron Leaves. I would love to have Iron Leaves. Or should I go into Focus Sash Urshifu here? You could be good. I think Urshifu could be great here, especially with the Focus Sash. It's either that or Iron Leaves. We're gonna go on Iron Leaves. Because I really want to. I think we get off this terrain. As long as they don't lead Weezing, we get off the terrain. They have no other way of taking out or controlling terrain. So that's what we're looking to do. And if you do lead Weezing, I mean, I can just simply start attacking it, trying to get rid of it. Let's just see what they do first and foremost. There's either Weezing or a Fake Out user. It's either or. And if they go into a Fake Out user, they're probably faking out Mewtwo, which means I could set up my Iron Hands with Swords Dance. Let's see. It's going to be these two. So there's their Fake Out user. That's fine by me. They're probably going to have to Terrasilize this Weezing right now. I'm going to set up a Swords Dance, and I am going to go for an Electro Drift. Just because Electro Drift, very nice. He could go for a Play Rough here, which is definitely scary, but maybe I should Volt Switch. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. Here and just go into a Swords Dance. That's my play. Volt Switch, Swords Dance, ready to roll. He's going to Fake Out. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. So you Fake Out. You're going to go for Trick Room. Be my guest. I'm Swords Dancing. Let's have some fun. There's the Trick Room. So Trick Room out and about. He probably wants to look to go for probably Play Rough, right? Makes the most sense. So I mean, hard swapping you into Incineroar. Good little action here, and maybe just going into a Thunder Punch in this slot. Thing is, I don't really want to KO this Pokemon, right? Because then we know Shadow Rider Calyrex is going to come out here. Well, not Shadow, Ice Rider Calyrex. I might just go for Chilly Reception. I could just go for a Dream Punch, but I'm just going to go for Thunder Punch. Let's see how this one plays. So there's the withdrawal here. I was just going to go for Dream Punch, but Thunder Punch could still do respectable damage, especially in this terrain. And Ice Rider Calyrex probably coming out here, right? Yeah. So there's the Ice Rider Calyrex. I am defense bulked because of my terrain, but no berries are allowed here. And here comes a hard swap. Hopefully you're not clear Amulet, but you probably are, right? If you're not, that is beautiful, because we're just going to intimidate you. But again, you're definitely clear Amulet, no doubt in my mind. Yeah, always. And you got own tempo. That's fine. Play Rough gonna launch here. First our Thunder Punch, which does awesome damage, beautiful damage, and there's the Play Rough, which we're able to soak. Cool. So there is a hot chance that they do end up just like protecting Calyrex here. So I think we just fake out and we just go for maybe just like a Drain Punch here. I could also Terrasilize into Fire, which isn't bad, but you could have high horsepower. I feel like you gotta protect Calyrex here. I feel like it's just a must. It's just a must. You have to protect Calyrex or it's dead. So I'm not gonna just double down into it. I really am not. I think we're gonna force him to make a move here and protect. Let's see. Let's see what you want to do here. Protect that Calyrex. Go ahead. Do it. I dare you. I want you to do it. You're going to Terrasilize instead. Who are you Terrasilizing? That's the real question. It is going to be the Calyrex. Are you Ghost typing? You're Ground. Wow, we should have really just faked this Pokemon out. We should have just faked this Pokemon out. Now, I'm really hoping he can just still eat up this Ground Shot. I really am, because I'm talking about my Iron Hands, because we are +1 on defense. Which is good news. There's the high horsepower. Wow, we could have actually just KO'd that thing. He's going to go after Iron Hands. And we do soak it, no problem. No problem. Drain Punch Gun Launcher, do great damage. Pick up the KO, and we're going to get back a ton of HP. So wow, I could have just KO'd the Calyrex. I can't believe they just left it on the field. It's good to know that we can actually eat up another high horsepower. And yeah, I think doubling down the Calyrex might just be our play. Or I could protect Iron Hands. Torkoal's out here. Torkoal definitely scary. Now, how many turns are left in Trick Room is the real question. 2, so I protect Iron Hands here. I try to KO you with a Flare Blitz. We kind of go from there. I do have Fire Terror type, but it's just a waste right now. It's just a waste. So we're just gonna protect the Iron Hands. Try to waste out these Trick Room turns. And he's gonna Erupt. You gotta be doubling down into this Iron Hand slot. Knowing that that high horsepower wasn't KOing, you have to be doubling down. So Incineroar's gonna soak, no problem. Out comes the high horsepower. Perfect protect on my end. And match number 1 is looking real good for your boy. It's looking lovely. Flare Blitz launch it. Gonna do good damage. Take out this Calyrex. And they got 1 turn left in Trick Room. Alright, so be it. So we know they're gonna Erupt. We're gonna waste out terrain turns and then be able to pop back into terrain with our Miraidon and our Iron Leaves and pretty much just win this game. What a beautiful matchup. What a beautiful matchup. So now they don't have Terra. If I get off a Thunder Punch there, you are dead. I'll at least try to U-turn pivot out of here, right? I'd rather U-turn pivot than anything. And we'll go for Thunder Punch. So there's the Eruption. Not going to KO my Incineroar, right? Doing a ton of damage to my Iron Hands. In a second, though, he's going to launch. So you actually are just going to KO my, what's it called right now? My Iron Hands. Which is fine. I mean, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. I can U-turn now. Do respectable damage. This match is pretty much over. And now I go into Iron Leaves. And at the same time, my terrain should end this turn, right? My terrain should end. And then I could just reset it and be a 2v1 with them having 0 Terra. Perfect. Beautiful. Lovely. Just what we wanted. Just what we wanted. And I could Terrasilize my Iron Leaves if I want to. No more Trick Room. No more terrain. QUARK Drive's gone. Let's bring it back out here. And yeah, like I said, sitting in a really good position. Because, I mean, Iron Leaves can just one-tap this, what's it called? This Slowking. And I think just Terrasilizing is going to be the safe play. Just into the normal, just in case, like, they protect the Slowking and try to KO my Iron Leaves first. That could be, like, really the only big play they can make. And then from here, we're just going to choice Spec into an Electro Drift. And they just cancel match. They don't even take the risk. They knew it was over. Your boy starts off 1-0, and we dominate match number 1. So, guys, second match coming at you, and going up against Kyogre. Kyogre elite within this restricted format. So strong, especially with a team like mine. No weather control. Gonna be a little tough, but one thing I do notice is they don't have terrain control. So, terrain versus weather. I'm going into Miraidon. They're probably going into Kyogre. I'm going into my Tailwind Setter. They're probably going into their Tailwind Setter. I like it. I definitely like it, especially because I could set up late screen for first turn if I want to. I think that can work wonders. I could bring in Urshifu here as well, and then maybe either Iron Leaves or Iron Hands. I feel like they both are solid here. Or maybe Iron Hands might be a tad bit better just because it's bulky. Yeah, I like Iron Hands here a little bit better. Just a tad bit better. But this should be a good matchup. We're 1-0. Hot start for us. We're looking to bounce back from our last video when we used Lunala. And we went 1 and 2, and it just wasn't that good. So far, good start. And they got Ursula Luna Bear looking out into the ocean. Looks like an album cover. It's actually hilarious. But let's see who they lead. It's going to be Serena over here, alongside with Chiyu. Which, I mean, I don't mind. Could go Tailwind. I could just attack this Chiyu. Serena probably has triple Axel, which is a little frightening. Triple Axel's definitely very scary. I could just Volt Switch Pivot. Get on out of here. Maybe double down into this Chiyu, but I just think setting up this light screen turn 1's going to be our best bet. Yeah, I'm going to Volt Switch Pivot out here. Volt Switch into you. We're going to pivot away. I'm just going to set up this light screen. Light screen. We're going to see a Terra type turn 1. Terra type popping here from who? Who's getting this? It's Chiyu. Chiyu's looking for some damage here. Ground Terra? Really? Really? Just a perfect Terra type. Ground Terra on the fish. Ground Terra on the fish. We're just going to light screen up. Volt Switch not going to affect them. And we might see a... Oh. Ouch. Now I can't pivot. He's going to triple Axel me, isn't he? Okay, you go into Whimsicott. That's fine. I'm dead. Ouch. Ouch. What a turn. What a turn for them. That was a monstrous turn for them. A monstrous turn. I did get off light screen. Yay. Not going to you. I might just want to choice into... Can I switch it? Can I switch it maybe? We do have Focus Sash, which is really good. No, I can't switch it, so we're just going to Volt Switch Pivot. I keep hitting the wrong moves. I'm going to Volt Switch Pivot here. Into you, and... We're just going to Surge and Strikes here. We are just going to Surge and Strikes, and there's a swap, probably in the Kyogre. Oh, man. Off news here. This Kyogre. Iron Hands. Alright. Quirk Drive's going to activate. This isn't going to be defense. Bulked. Attack. Attack boosted. Volt Switch going to pivot us out of here. Doing really good damage. I mean, half's beautiful. Half's a lot. Half is a lot, and I go into Iron Hands of my own. Alright, so very strong first turn from our opponent. There's nothing we can really do about that. Just a good Terra type at the perfect time. Because even if I lost my Whimsicott like I was going to do, I mean, I would have gotten off light screen. I would have still had Miraidon at full HP. We would have did some good damage into Chiyu. Would have all been good. But I'm very defensive bulked right now. Surging Strike's going to launch into this slot. Do mediocre damage, right? Actually, not too bad. Close to half. About maybe like a little bit less. A little bit more than half. Triple Axe going to launch into this slot, which is great news. That's actually really good. I thought he was going to go for like, potentially like a Power Whip here. And at this point, he can fake me out. I can't fake him out. I think I just go for Swords Dance and I detect this Urshifu. And I look to get this Pokemon set up because 2 physical attackers on the field. I'm Quirk Drive boosted in defense. I'm also Electric Seeds boosted in defense. If I can get off the Swords Dance, it'd be awesome. It'd be great news for us. So I detect up here. Fake out is going to go into the Urshifu slot. That is great news. Hopefully they're doubling down into this. Please double down. So then I get off the Swords Dance. Oh, yes. Oh, pristine turn. Pristine turn for us. So we still have Focus Sash, which is really beneficial to us. Swords Dance does get set up for our lovely little boy. Drain Punch gotta be to play. We're gonna Drain Punch you down, and I can just close combat this Serena. That's definitely what I want to do here. Definitely what I want to do here. They still have Chiyu, we know that. Close combat launches. Bye-bye to you. Get on at my face. I do drop my defense, but again, I have Focus Sash. I have Focus Sash. And I'm pretty sure we know their last 2 Pokemon. It's Chiyu Kyogre. It's got to be Chiyu Kyogre. Drain Punch launches from me. I'm out speeding. Bop. I can't say bye-bye. I was going to say bop, bye-bye. Get on out of here, but I can't. Because he lived on 1. He lived on 1, and now he gets rid of him. Okay, at least she'll die out to recoil damage. And I survive with Focus Sash. That really sucks, man. I could have been full HP with my Urshifu. Would have been beautiful. And And now they're forced to bring out Chi-Yu with Kyogre, which I think I could Terra Aqua Jet. I could Terra Aqua Jet and hope that KOs the Chi-Yu. That's really where I'm at. That is really where I'm at. I think I am going to Terra Aqua Jet and look to KO the Chi-Yu. And then hope Iron Hands could just survive. I mean, we have Light Screen still up. Light Screen is still up, and you can't Terrasilize, so we should just be able to Thunder Punch, Terra Aqua Jet, hit through a Protect, if they want to Protect, and just finish off Chi-Yu. I know Aqua Jet's 40 base damage, but I mean, Stab Boost, Terra Boost, Rain Boost. Come on, Chi-Yu's not that bulky. It's a little goldfish. So losing Mewtwo early on here was looking rough after a really strong turn, but Iron Hands has been really clutch for us this video. Being able to set up Sword Dance has just been going crazy. The Focus Sash definitely helping us out. We're going into the Terra type. We're going for the Aqua Jet, and I believe this should KO. I believe it should. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. And it does. Perfect. Great turn for us. And that should be game, because I do not believe this Kyogre can KO my Iron Hands in one shot. Unless he gets a crit. And now I think he's going to get a crit. Definitely Water Spout. Or Pulse instead. That's fine. That's fine. We soak that all day. We got nice, lovely Light Screen. He KOs my Urshifu, but one Wild Charge, or not Wild Charge, one Thunder Punch should be enough to KO in Electric Terrain, and +2 from Sword Dance. Iron Hand's been so clutch today. And we still had Iron Leaves in the back end. Easy match number 2. I wouldn't say easy. They scared us definitely in the beginning with that Chi-Yu play. Very strong first turn. We bounce back. We're sitting 2-0. Moving on to our final match for today's video, and we have ourselves a Box Art Legendary Showdown. Groudon versus Mewtwo here. Should be a fun one. They have no terrain control, which we love, which means Mewtwo is definitely going to be our lead. But one thing that we don't have is weather control, so you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. I could also lead Mewtwo with Iron Leaves, because Iron Leaves should be able to outspeed Groudon, especially with the booster energy. Not the booster energy, the Quark Drive boost, and then I could just Side Blade through this Groudon. That can actually work really well. So I'm going to end up going into both of them. They could potentially end up... Oh, do we lead Whimsicott here? I'm going to lead Whimsicott. I think Tailwind support is going to be massive for us, and then we'll bring both our Quark Drive Pokemon. Yeah, as much as I want to lead Iron Leaves, I just think if they go Tailwind with Groudon, and we don't go in with their Tailwind user, it could definitely get ugly real quick, so that was definitely our play. Set up this Tailwind, get the speed going. We got Light Screen as well, so if they want to go into like special attackers like Flutter Mane, we should be able to soak up some shots, so like it. We're 2-0. We're 2-0 though, which is awesome. We're going to go 3-0. 3-0, perfect record would be nice today. Would be nice, but Whimsicott Flutter Mane comes out here. That's fine by me. Do I set up Light Screen before Tailwind? I think so. I think we go Light Screen turn 1. We Terrasilize here as well. And we could Volt Switch Pivot, or I could just Electro Drift. I could just Electro Drift. Speed's going to get boosted. Yeah, we're definitely Terrasilizing you. And then we're going to Electro Drift. Electro Drift with Light Screen. Electro Drift with Light Screen. And if they do end up going into... I was going to say Tailwind, we can Encore them, but at that point they'll just be faster than us, so Encore would be a waste. But yeah, I'd rather go a stagger turn of Tailwind. And if you guys do not know what a stagger turn means, it means they use Tailwind first, then we use it, which means we will then even out the field. And then the last turn they won't have Tailwind and we will have Tailwind. So it usually works really well. It usually works to stagger your Tailwinds. I'm going to Terrasilize here right off the rip. Cannot afford to take a shot from Whimsicott, or not Whimsicott, from the Flutter Mane. Thing hits too hard. Hits way too hard. So we're going to go into Fairy Terror, match its typing, and we'll pop this Light Screen, which is definitely going to be helpful up against both these two. So there's this. Dazzling Gleam doesn't launch. We're soaking no problem, and Electro Drift's going to fly here, which I think should just KO the Flutter Mane, no problem, right? Flutter Mane gone. Get it on out my face. So getting rid of Flutter Mane, a huge, huge point for us. And Whimsicott probably looking like he's just going to go for a Moonblast here. Yeah, and I'm going to soak this as well. Do not special attack drop me. Thank you, game. I was going to say, if we get special attack drop, the game hates me. But yeah, they didn't use Tailwind. I mean, we're pretty much probably should just use Tailwind this turn. I can see him going into Groudon here, which I don't mind. I don't mind if you go into Groudon. Then I can just Electro Drift that. Maybe knock off Focus Sash if he is using it with Whimsicott. Let's see. What you got here? I think you got to go into Groudon. Yep, there it is. So Groudon's going to come out here. We got the Box Art Legendaries on the field. I want to see my Mewtwo's speed. So Orichalcum Pulse is going to boost this nice little attack. So we got Sun and Electric Train out here. And you right here. What is your speed? 205. You should outspeed, no problem. You should outspeed, no problem. So I think from here we just... I know we're choosing Electric Drift. I think we just launched Electric Drift into Groudon regardless. And we just set up the Tailwind. Let's just set up this Tailwind. I can always Moonblast it next turn. So Tailwind out and about. Get some speed. I actually could have just Moonblasted this turn. But we go Tailwind for Tailwind. Smart play. And I believe my Pokemon should be faster than his. And it is. So Electric Drift going to be not very effective. But damage should still be respectable, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great damage. Flare Blitz going to launch. It is going to KO us. He's going to take some immune recoil damage. But at the same time, I like this turn. Because now I can just bring out Iron Leaves. And we're sitting in a really good position. Because Iron Leaves will get that speed boost from the Electric Terrain. Be the fastest on the field. Be ready to roll. Pretty simple matchup for us, right? Then I can Moonblast this Whimsicott down, deal a little bit of damage. If it's Focus Sash, we take it off. I'm liking it. This team is phenomenal today. This team is really good today. Really good. So I'll go for Psyblade. Wait, who could your final Pokemon be? Chi-Yu maybe? I'll go for Leaf Blade instead. No, we're just gonna go for Psyblade. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna go into Moonblast into Whimsicott slot. I could see a Protect potentially pop out from Groudon, but if that's the case, that's fine. Please don't be Chi-Yu. That's my only problem here. Is it Chi-Yu? It is Chi-Yu. See, I even said that. I even looked at it. I was like, it could be Chi-Yu, but we're gonna hope that it's not. And of course it is. So Psyblade gonna do absolutely nothing. He's gonna Encore me into Tailwind. Oh man, they're right back in this. They are right back in this. Right back in this matchup. And from here, I mean, Iron Leaf's still going to be fast on the field. We're just going to start Sideblading this down. So I'll Sideblade. I might just Hard Swap here. Just because how many turns are left in Terrain? That's the real question. How many turns are left in Terrain? We're still going to swap it. Alright, so I'm going to go into Sideblade here. We're going to deal some damage onto Whimsicott. We're going to lose our Iron Leafs here, which is really rough for us. The Sideblade, we are going to Hard Swap into Iron Hands. We are going to lose our Iron Leafs this turn. Oh, man. And they still have Terra, don't they? I believe they do. I believe they do. I'll get this defense boost, though, which is great. That's what I really wanted. I really want to swap him in here to get this defense boost before the terrain wears off. But again, we already know that Iron Leafs is going to die here. He's going to Encore me, which is fine, into Sideblade. That's exactly what I want to do regardless. And I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can before I die out, because I know I'm dying out to a Heat Wave here. That's great damage there, Iron Leaves. And Heat Wave's going to launch here. And yeah, that's a KO. So KO's you. I can fake out this next turn, but there is a hot chance that you are going to go for a Ghost Terror type. So we got to go in the Whimsicott here. Alright. I see it. I understand. Do I double down the Chi-Yu maybe with like Moonblast? So we can't go into any status move. He's just going to Encore us. So I'm going to double down into Chi-Yu here with Thunderbolt and Moonblast. Well, not Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch. Because I believe a Ghost Terror should be coming out here. I think that's got to be their play. Man, this is gonna be a rough one. This is gonna be close. This is rough, man. But Ghost Terror, we do read correctly. Hopefully Whimsicott is just going for like, I don't even know, Encores or stuff again. And no, he's just attacking. So Heat Wave's gonna fly here. Who dodged that? Who just dodged that? Whimsicott dodged it. That's pretty big, Whimsy. That's pretty big. Whimsicott's gonna be able to get off some Moonblast damage. Get that special attack drop. Now can Thunder Punch KO within this terrain? We might just die out to this. We do. Hurts the soul, man. Great match, match number 3. We were really looking good up until that Hard Swap of Chi-Yu came out here, and Chi-Yu just did us dirty. Just did us dirty. Such a strong Pokemon. We weren't able to hit it with Psyblade, but still, I really wasn't going to do much damage with any other move. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just going to run this one. They got speed on us. All they got to do is land a Heat Wave. If not, they have Groudon in the back end. That's GG's. We go 2-1 for today's video. Solid video. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Iron Leaves in Ranked Regulation G. Iron Leaves was absolutely phenomenal today. I love this Pokemon so much, especially pairing up with Mewtwo. Like I said, it's not used too much, but when you pair it up with this restricted Pokemon, it just does so much damage. We were using Leaf Blade, Side Blade. I think we also got to use Mega Horn today. I'm not too sure, but either way, it was definitely kicking it. Same thing with Iron Hands. Iron Hands was definitely an MVP in today's video. Setting up Sword Stance with this Pokemon makes it super bulky and hit like a truck at the same time. Plus, you have Drain Punch for HP recovery. It's just GG's from there. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like on today's video. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread positivity today. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.